All right, everybody, welcome back. Back here working on the Blazer again. When I left you guys off yesterday, I believe I put the timing cover on. I went ahead and threw. Oh, I didn't have the right tool to put the crank pulley on. I ended up getting one from somebody late and just threw it on so I get the tool back to him. This and that. So threw the crank pulley on. Now going to work on putting the water pump on, fan shrouds, fan shroud, upper and lower. Then put the clutch fan on and put the AC compressor back on, get the battery in it. So I got that charging. So hopefully that battery's good enough. Then put some coolant in it. I might try and drive it tonight. I don't know. I might have to get the scan tool and relearn the cam crank correlation, because that's a thing you have to do when you do any kind of distributor or crank sensor on these. I don't know if the timing was so loose that I need to recalibrate everything. Gonna find out. So I'm gonna work on cleaning up the stuff to put the water pump back on and see how that goes. Stay. So all of the parts on these 4.3s are the same as small block 350 Chevrolets, because it's pretty much small block minus 2 cylinders. So water pump's the same, gaskets are the same. The timing is different on these ones because of just it being the 4.3 Vortec, but other than that, it is the same. You can put this accessory drive on a small block Chevrolet to get a little bit more compact accessory drive if you need it. Actually, in my truck, it used to be a TBI V6 4.3, and when I did the V8 swap in it, I just kept all of the accessory drives from the V6 to the V8, mainly for cost and the fact that I already had it and it worked. So kept that. But I'm probably going to have that in here, excuse me, fairly soon, because I have carburetor coming for it, because the one that's on it is technically on loan from a good buddy of mine, and I honestly just kept forgetting about getting a replacement for mine. So I got a carburetor coming for it. I had some gauges delivered the other day, and the gauge thing, I'll probably get something set up to do the gauges, because I got a 6-pack of gauge, just a kit, I guess you could say, from Glow Shift. 6 gauges: speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, temp gauge, oil pressure gauge. Yeah. Pack, speedo, temp, water temp, oil pressure, fuel gauge, battery voltage. That's the other one. But also at the same time, I got 3 other gauges to go for my air ride, since my air ride gauge has been kind of wonky the past couple months. So I got from Glow Shift 2 dual needle uh, gauges to match the other 6, and a single needle for the tank to match the other ones. So basically, going to redo the whole gauge setup in my truck. Not sure which is going to come first as far as gauges, floor pans, carburetor, but there's probably going to be a bunch of videos on that. And to get this water pump cleaned up a little bit so that these are the gaskets. Like I said, if you know anything about small block Chevrolets, this is pretty much the same exact gaskets used for a small block water pump. Not mistaken, it actually might be the same exact part number. So I did bring home first thing silicone. I'm just gonna crack this one open instead of trying to deal with the one from yesterday. That one was giving me a fit. Alright, just swapped out a little bit of silicone on these gaskets. Definitely personal preference for gaskets, but I've always put a little bit of gray RTV on gaskets just as a backup reassurance, and I've never ever had a problem out of it. Had more of a problem of trying to get it off afterwards if I ever needed to than it leaking. I don't ever put a bunch on there. I've seen people put these water pumps on with just RTV. Not what I do. I literally just put just a little bit on there just to help the gasket stick, so that when you're putting it on, it's don't fall down. Also on these, when you do the bolts have to have silicone on them, because these bolts, the bottom bolt on the driver's side of the block is actually straight into the water jacket. So you need to have the RTV on there so that it doesn't leak. So all the bolts. I just put a little bit of RTV on them. And when I go to actually put it in, I'll give the threads a good smear, just so it doesn't, the water pump's going to fall on the floor. I just do it. I lose my mind 10 times a day. Yeah.
He did both.
Okay. All right. Move this around a little bit, just so that when it threads in, it grabs all of it. I'm gonna do 2 bolts and then get it kind of snugged up so that it'll start sealing. Put 2 more in there, run them up, tighten them down by hand. Let's see if I can do this without making a giant mess. Try and get this bolt new gasket. The fun part is doing a bit of a juggle because this has got to go. Actually, got ahead of myself. Got to put silicone on the back side of the gasket. So, nothing like doing it twice. I would just rather if this kind of works out that I don't have to deal with a leak. So, pull it out, fix it right. Oh. Up here. Damn it. Again, I just do this just as a little secondary precaution. Most people just put gaskets on there because, they just believe you just need to do the gasket. I've never had a problem. I even put just a little bit on O-ring gaskets, not just all O-rings, just mainly water pumps. If the water pumps got an O-ring gasket, I'll throw a light film of RTV on it, and then send it on its way. These gaskets again are made for a couple different applications, so I'm just trimming off this bottom, trying to. Be a little difficult. One less thing to catch when I'm trying to put it up in there. All right. Good. This up in. Water pump pulley's always dinging. All right, there's those bolts in. Regular ratchets. All right. If this battery charge, it's been actually kind of weird. Like, you don't want to charge, but we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, I had a problem with this little hose before, so we're going to hopefully get it sealed this time. Spring clamps. That was probably loud. Just trying to get this spring clamp on this lower hose. Things are always a little difficult. Alright, well, that should be good for that. I could probably get the lower shroud in now. Yeah, lower shroud in. Get my universal drain hose off of here for the coolant. Dump that down there. Lower shroud. All right. Now, probably going to just move the mics for a few minutes so that I can put this fan shroud on. Well, actually, yeah, because I can run the belt afterwards. I want to try and deal with the belt afterwards. Yeah, I'll deal with the belt afterwards. I'll put the belt on afterwards. I'm gonna move these so that they're not. I'm gonna use the air hammer. I don't want it to be loud. I bent this when I was getting the pulley off. The lower timing gear had to heat it up to get it off. So I'm gonna move some sound out of here so it's not as loud. Get that. Belt. I can tighten it. Basically. So I'll sit these guys over here. Been trying to use these external mics just so the sound's a little bit better. They're just got to sit on each side of the engine bay for the most part, so it picks stuff up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I kind of want to put the belt, the AC compressor and the belt on before I put the upper shroud on. I just don't think, can't remember if I've been able to fold them back because it gives me more room. I'm going to try it. Worst going to happen is I have to move the AC compressor out of the way. So it's on, get it out of the way. These are made for spring clamp, hose clamps. These things, they make a couple different versions, cheaper versions, more expensive versions. I've had these from Matco for, gosh, probably 3 years or so. I use them daily almost, and I've never had a problem out of them. All right, so that's there. Come on now, cooperate with me. I don't know if I might be able to. I'm gonna try it. It's just so much easier to get the belt in here without anything, without the shroud. So I'm gonna try and put it in. I have a hard enough time remembering these things when I take them off and put them back on 5 minutes later, so this is probably going to be fun. And they don't ever want to stay where you want them to. Like I said, this is why I guess I could take this fan shroud back off, or the fan back off. Since I'm going to try and put the shroud on afterwards. And I'll put the belt on this. Ratchet. That's really good. Right, what was it? Alright, belt's on. Yeah, this battery, since I got like a good old Harbor Freight battery charger, it's all over the place. 1 minute it says it's really close to being full, and the next minute it's back down to not. So, a very good chance the battery is bad, or cheap battery chargers being a pain. But the battery is about 4 years old, so probability of it being bad is actually really high. So we'll just see what happens. Try and sit here, grab. All right, so now that's where I'm going to move the sound so I don't blow you guys' eardrums out. I'll put you over there. That. All right, now don't need this light here anymore. Now I'm going to try put the fan shroud in. Then I got a couple other things here to do. So hopefully this thing will be nice to me and let me put it in without taking the AC compressor back off. Definitely can't remember if I did take it off before or not, because like I said, I put good enough for me. No bolts. Probably what I'll do, probably cut away of putting coolant in it, just because that's just going to be a little bit of time. And then right before I start it up, I'll bring you guys back to seeing it, hearing it run and all that stuff. Probably will not drive it tonight. Actually, I'll probably just start it without coolant in it for the night, just to start it up and see what it does. I do have to put the crank sensor in the bottom. I like the silicone set up a bit more. I kind of want to do an oil change on it before I drive it. So. So as long as it starts up and halfway runs tonight, then that's a plus. So there's that. I think that's what I'll do. Finish getting this stuff put on here. And there. This plug hopefully will stay in the back of here. And then I get my crank sensor to put in. I'm gonna put the air intake on too. Not wrong without that. Good old map sensor. You gotta move sound again. I probably should have went in the other way first. Give it back. Just give it back. Come on now, don't be breaking stuff. Yeah, come on now. I hate this intake because it is so dumb. They really couldn't have tucked this intake box any more tighter in here. I tell you that. Phew. Over here. Those. Alright. I'm gonna try and maneuver some stuff and put this crank sensor in. Try and put you guys down here so you can actually see me doing something else besides just hearing me. Go something like that. Bolt. Alright. Down here under this thing. Try and just put that there. Bolt in it. Alright, that's in there. Yep. And this wire. Alright. Well, I'm going to set you guys up. I'm gonna bring you back. I'll have the battery stuck in it and just give it a roll, crank up, see what happens. Alright. I'm just gonna see if it cranks up. Honestly, don't even know if it's got enough battery juice. Well, that's a relief. I mean, it started right up. I'll be 100% honest. Don't really want to run it very long, but not having antifreeze in it. So, I think for right now, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'll probably bring you guys back. When I get coolant in it and I go to drive it around.